Just started hiking here at Hwy A because I want to come out and look at the new section of trail that they built last year and hike out to the DCA. So far I've hit like 6 trees that have been down. I've got my little handsaw here and I'm cutting off some little branches on stuff so people can step over. Obviously I can't cut too big of a chunk tree with this, but just hiking along and kind of keeping track of how many trees that are down, etc. So the trail's supposed to go right through here where this cluster is there, but here's some more down here. So again, it looks in this section I could use some Sawyer's oats. I don't know if the trails just veered around these down trees or if this is actually where the trail was supposed to go. Well, here's the blaze here, and I'm gonna cut this branch away so you can see the blaze. So just hiking along Hwy A. Hwy A is just over here, like about 50 yards. You can hear the cars come by, and doing a little trail maintenance and a little, checking out the new trail. Here's 2 more down trees. We just had a big cluster a few feet over that way, and it appears I've been going around that last cluster and I didn't know exactly where the trail was, but now it appears I'm back on the trail right here. Again, we're along Hwy A, and let's see what happens up this way. Here's another tipped over tree, but this looks like it's just a step across right here. I don't know, somebody's got a little piece of wood there for some reason, and away we go. Looks like we're in the clear for a little bit. So looks like there might be a pond up here, so I'll keep the camera rolling for that. But yeah, a nice little lake or pond here to hike next to, and it's really nice little lake. It looks like we're heading on this old forest road here, and I think we're going to be traveling next to Hwy A again here really soon. But beautiful little pond. There looks to be a pontoon out there, pontoon boat, so at least one person lives on the lake. And here's a little branch covering the trail, so I'm gonna stop the video and move that out of the way. Alright, we're hiking right next to Hwy A again. And the reason I think it's because of this private property here. This is a driveway going into a house or cabin. And so probably the place with the pontoon boat on that lake. And so we get to go along Hwy A for a little while here. Then we duck into the woods again. I'm out to the spot here, we're along Hwy A, and I'm out to the spot where the Ice Age Trail comes into the woods again here. And I just had a fairly vigorous tree cut with several limbs that I did down there on Hwy A. That kind of took a lot out of me, but right now, looking at this, it looks like somebody's been in here. That's been cut there. So maybe, I know Dave Telusky was working on sawing some stuff down, and I thought it was near Hwy A, he said. So maybe he was in here doing this. So we'll see how much of if it's cleared or what here. Yeah, oh my God, look at all the chainsaw work that was here. Wow. And then there's just a big pile up back there. This has been a pretty big mess to clear up. Some more branches down over here. And it looks like there's something over this way too. So we're going away from Highway A. I can still hear it, but we're going away from it. Here's another tree right here that's been sawed off. Incredibly. Wow. And even more down the trail here. Down the trail. Look at all those trees down. At least they're not on the trail. Here's the one that's just hanging over the trail here. Wow. Eventually it'll be a trail obstruction. And here's some more. Wow. Well, at least we got some good places to sit down now. But just imagine all the, this is quite a bit of work here to do with the chainsaw. Quite a bit of work. Wow. Alright, this is so far. I don't even think I could have walked this if it wasn't chainsawed. That's how bad it is. So I'm just right now kind of hiking in and seeing how far I get actually before the chainsawing starts. I don't think it's gonna last forever. He seemed, Dave Telesky seemed to think he had a bunch more to do out here. Here's the interesting thing. Here's the trail, and here's this tree that went down. You can tell the trail used to go right there. Right, there's a cleared patch of land there. And now, and there's the other side of it, and there's where the tree got uprooted. But the chunk of land that the trail was on got uprooted. So just kind of an interesting display there. Now all of a sudden, there's no down trees. Wow. It must have been one of those micro bursts that Chris Van Handel was talking about today. That they had these little microbursts in certain areas that took down a lot of trees. So now all of a sudden, it went from day to night here. We're hiking in the shaded woods. And no, well, this is a down tree here. But it doesn't look like it. Well, maybe it was. It looks like it's chainsawed right there recently. So maybe this looks like it was chainsawed recently. Looks like it was down on the ground. Then they chainsawed it, and then it flipped back up. So you gotta be careful when you're doing that, is if you're behind the tree and it flips back up, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. And now it looks like we're heading through this little meadow here. Nice little change of pace. Back out in the sun. And we'll see what happens here when we get back in the woods. Right away it looks like there's a down tree right here. But it's not right on the trail. So kind of lucked out there. Looks like there might be some more down trees, but still it looks like the trail is passable. This looks like an old forest road right here. It's kind of an old forest road there going to the left. And then now we're into this meadow here. And looks like I'm going back in the woods again. There's a tree over there with a bunch of web on it. So that's an interesting sight. But looks like we're going back into the woods again right here. So it remains to be seen, you know, how much down trees there are going to be. But we got one right off the bat, this big hollow tree here. Looks like it was pretty hollow right there. Fell down. Believe it was pine tree, yeah. I can just tuck around here and that'll be that. We got another tree over here. So I said that looks to be the end of Dave's cutting there when he came to the meadow there, but there's still some trees to be cut down this way. Maybe I'll cut that one apart when I come back. That's small enough for a bow saw. But doesn't look incredibly bad here. We'll see how far I make it down. Maybe I won't make it too far. It looks to be a big cluster down here. So see if I can make it past this. Look at some of those big trees. Wow. Beautiful, majestic pines right here. Couldn't ask for a more scenic location. These huge pines. Fortunately, they did not come down. And I said there's another, maybe that's like the top of one of these trees that came down. And even though all the damage and stuff, this has been a really nice hike. Oh, here's our first boardwalk here. And in true Tman fashion, it's curved. And it's got a railing, and yes, there's a little creek here for a water source. So that's good. Looks kind of mucky, but at least it's a water source. Alrighty, now we're getting back into an area that looks a little gnarly. There's this birch tree that's over the trail right there. And let's see what happens down here. There could be guess the trail goes this way. There's this tree right here. So all of a sudden the trail got a little gnarly again. Here's another flipped over tree. Look at all the soil it took out with it. Right there. Oh my Lord. Now I feel a little mixed up. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. So maybe it's this way? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to shut off the video and figure this out. Right all of a sudden at this tree, the trail, I can see the trail here, so maybe it's back that way. But there's a huge cluster of trees between here and that. I just checked Mammoth Tracks to see where the DCA is, and it's coming up shortly. But it looks like I might be coming up to a lake. But look at all the earth that this tree took out with it. That is amazing. Wow. And like I said, it looks kind of like the sky is clearing up over here. So that might be the lake with the DCA. And here's another trail obstruction here to get across. And just like that, we're here. There is the sign for the DCA right there. It's a little sloped here for putting down tents, but you're supposed to camp within sight of the sign, so maybe you can find some flatter areas someplace. It's not outrageously sloped. And here's a down tree in the DCA here. Looks like a big birch tree or a poplar tree. And down here, it looks like it says Upper Venter Lake is where we're at. So it looks like a place where you can come down and get water here and have a nice view of the wildlife. So a little nice, there's a nice bench, and it looks brand new because it doesn't have any burn rings in it. Lots of people put their backpacking stoves on something like that. I know the Disperced hiking trail, all their benches have got a little burn ring on them from a little circle from backpacking stoves. So that's kind of a weird thing, but maybe they can figure out something differently for that. But here's the DCA and the beautiful, I believe these are hemlocks here. These tall trees. And it's right off the trail. And nice location. And it says that you can camp anywhere within sight of the sign. So right up here, right practically on the trail, looks like a flatter spot right there, but it looks a little bumpy. That might be the spot where I put up my tent. It's still in sight of the sign. So that's a good, I say trail again is going to Pence Lake Road that way. Maybe some other time I'll hike in from that way. But this, right now I'm just heading back out to Hwy A and be taken off. Alright, this is where the Ice Age Trail crosses A with the lumber cap segment. And here's my van. Enough room for maybe a couple vehicles right here, although it's not a parking lot. It's a gate, but they're going to have to do some chainsaw work to even get to this gate. It looks like there's some more chainsaw work back there. So I just, since it's a Sunday too, I just decided to park here and got to get my keys out and I'll be on my way. We'll see what happens next. Maybe I'll head for home, maybe I'll have another little adventure. I'm going to set my stuff on this log and find my keys. I got a special zip pocket that I keep them in. So see y'all on my next adventure.